What's the deal, YouTube? It's your boy Next Gen 720, and I am back with another video. Yeah, there are a few things, like I said, I want to talk about in this video. I haven't done a video myself in a few days since Sunday. I believe it was not. Since Xbox Beast Fire, but I haven't, like I said, done a video in a minute. Shout out to Wolf and those guys. I hopped on the DirectX podcast. With BGST members, Crap and Wolf had a little problem that they, were able to put behind them, which I'm happy for. Anyway, so like I said, there are a few things that I want to talk about that I haven't had the chance to talk about. I've been having a lot going on, on my side of town personally. One day I'm gonna do a video about it. You know what I mean? I'll tell you what the hell I'm talking. I think we all in life, we go through things, but yeah, I think this is what I'm talking about. It would have hit a lot of people close to home, you know what I mean, at the end of the day. Anyway, enough of that. Microsoft's execs, they have been very vocal as of late, which I'm happy, at the end of the day. They've been very vocal and been going after Sony, more or less. Thus far, like I said, the start of this generation, Sony started it, when they say, this is how we trade our games. And you had Yoshida posting pictures on Twitter showing the difference, between 720p and 1080p. That's all been Sony's doing, you know what I mean? And, and Microsoft has been very, very, very quiet, very humble. I felt like they were kissing Sony's ass a little bit. I've been very, very vocal about that. Like, your Microsoft, be the behemoth that you are. I've been said that numerous times. People don't like Don Matrick, whatever the case, but he was, like I said, he was a smug businessman, and you got to realize this business is a dog eat world, and it's not, we're not friends. You guys are basically trying to take food off our plates, not literally, but you understand what I'm saying? Nobody wants to be in second, all that stuff where Phil was talking about, kumbaya, real world, you know what I mean? But anyway, so like I said, as of late, Microsoft has been very, very vocal about it. You know what I mean? About the Sony's PS4 Pro, and the fact that they're not going to be able to achieve 4K with those specs. It's crazy. Like I said, I'm going to bring up an article. Hold on one second. There's a few articles I want to talk about here, but hold on. Let me go to the exact. Actually, let me go to my live stream. Let me share my screen with you guys. Let me share my screen with you. So I know the reason why I do this now. He's making, that was his fault. Well, Next Gen, he's making stuff up, or like making stuff up. Like, I'm going, what the hell they say in the internet? I don't know, I'm making things up. But anyway, I'm just let you guys see the actual article I'm talking about. And Albert Pinello, he's been very vocal in the past. So thus far this year, it kind of had a sock in his mouth, been kind of quiet. You know what I mean? But there's a few things that Sony, or now that the media are starting to call Sony out for. Like when Sony had their event the other day, 2 weeks ago, they said HDR on the old PS4, no games, I'm sorry, there's not going to be HDR on the standard PlayStation 4. You can't do it. You've had the industry standard HDMI come out and said that you need HDMI 2.0, and Amazon, Netflix, all those guys, they're not looking to do HDR over 1080p. You know what I mean? But I'll bring that article up in a minute. But so this is what I wanted to. This is the actual name of the video. What I wanted to talk about. Xbox's PlayStation 4 4.2 teraflops are not enough for true 4K. And what's crazy? Like I said, what the narrative has changed, and people trying to move the goalposts. Well, no, 4K doesn't matter. Stop it. And we all know it had it been Sony with the upper hand. People have been playing it up, been saying, Microsoft exposed, and all that stuff. But now Microsoft has the upper hand. 4K is not a big deal. Or you have some sites like Digital Foundry and saying, well, how Sony's being able to achieve 4K but not achieving 4K, and it still looks beautiful. But when the Xbox One upscales from 900p to 1080p, it's a big deal. They give the nod to the PS4 version because you know that I'm sorry, they give it, you know what I'm saying, they saying it's not a, you know, they give the nod to the PS4 version for it being native 1080p and the Xbox One version being 900p, and you know, they makes a big deal about that. I'm sorry, I was reading something that came across my screen that happened in Chicago. Lost my train of thought here. But anyway, it says here, let me actually make this a little bigger here. You guys might want to zoom in. One more time, one more zoom. All right, there we go. There have been debates going on all over the internet regarding the PS4 Pro and the Xbox One Scorpio, which I hope they keep the name Xbox One Scorpio. I think it's dope. Microsoft execs are busy comparing the Xbox One Scorpio and the PS4 Pro and how the Microsoft console was better. Now another Xbox exec has come forward and said that PlayStation 4 4.2 teraflops are not enough for true 4K. Speaking with Eurogamer, Xbox planning exec Albert Pinello explained that Microsoft has intentionally chosen a 6 teraflop GPU for its upcoming Xbox One Scorpio so that the console can deliver Xbox One in 4K. Now listen what he's talking slick right here. He says Xbox One quality games in 4K and have fewer asterisks around the 4K experience compared to Sony. Now Sony has been, or even there's some of the extremes have been quick to point out that EverQuest Online is going to be native 4K. Shit, the Xbox 360 can run EverQuest Online in native 4K. Like literally, it's not a graphically demanding game. But check it out though. So when we thought about what specs we wanted for the Scorpio, we were very clear we wanted to developers to take their Xbox One engines and render them in native true 4K. That's why we picked the number. That's why we have the memory bandwidth we have, and that's why we have the teraflops we have, because it's what we heard from the game developers was required to achieve native 4K. And I want to repeat this again and make sure you guys understand this, because I see a lot of people trying to downplay this and, oh, I have this rig at home, I got this card, and I struggle. And I tell you guys over and over and over again, even though you may have a GTX 1080 Ti, I'm bugging. You know, games are not optimized for that. Even though you may have that graphics card, that whole graphics card is not allocated for gaming. It's not the same thing as far as console. In the console, this closed environment, everything that goes in there is for developers to take advantage of to make their games look better and run better. It is what it is. I mean, listen, you have poorly optimized games across all platforms, across on consoles and PCs. But even though, like I said, PCs are more powerful than console, you can put whatever you want in there. You know, I mean, sky's the limit. But that doesn't necessarily mean that PCs running games better than consoles. Not all the time. You have games like Batman Arkham Knight. I can go on and on and on. But anyway, let me get what I'm saying. I'll repeat this again. When we thought about what specs we wanted for the Scorpio, we were very clear. We wanted developers to take their Xbox One engines and render them in native true 4K. That's why we picked the number. That's why we had the memory bandwidth that's what we had the teraflops we have, because it's what we heard from the game developer was required to run their games and their engines in native 4K. So maybe we can put it, you know, to rest and say that the Xbox Scorpio is not going to achieve 4K. There's no way in hell and all this, you know what I mean? Like, stop it. I mean, like, listen, these are bold statements. But even before that, just take Microsoft out of the equation. This is what the developers told them. If they, you know, whatever game, just say Ubisoft, and they're running the Division Part 2. So they get the Division Part 2 in native 4K. This is the minimum we're gonna need. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, but check it out though. He further added that there are a lot of hold on, Jesus Christ. Yeah, no, thank you. All right, I'm sorry, got someone at the door. So he further added there are a lot of around Sony's claim of 4K for the PlayStation 4, and it's not true 4K, but an upscale technique has been used. And Mama, lock the door. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. I think that there are a lot. I'm sorry. He also said that he knows that 4.2 teraflops is not enough for true 4K, and feels that the Xbox One is superior to the PlayStation 4 Pro. There it is. Like, you know, at the end of the day, it is what it is, man. You know, and also, this is the same guy here, so this is going to be a noticeably different between the Xbox One games, Scorpio, and PS4 Pro game. And listen, and not to take, I'm not going to just totally shit on Sony, but I'm looking at games like Horizon Zero Dawn, right? Which look great. Looks great graphically. You know, the game looks good. Somebody named Jamal just inbound. That was this. It looks great. But you know, and you know, like I said, those games look great. And so could you imagine what you know an exclusive is going to look like on the Xbox Scorpio? Like, you know, I can't wait. Even if he's right, I wish he would just shut the hell up with sometimes. Let's look at the hate. This is my gaming group right here. Look at the hate. Look at the hate. So even if he's right, I wish he would just shut up the hell up sometimes. He usually puts his foot in his mouth. Microsoft talks the difference in power between the PS4 Pro and Scorpio. Don't let them. Jesus Christ. I told you, man, them ponies are upset, man. They are upset. It says here the co-creator of Oculus Rift is now working with Microsoft. Someone's got here. GameSpot said Microsoft execs the PS4 Pro 4.2 teraflops and not enough to do true 4K. It's gonna get ugly. It's gonna get ugly, man. And listen, the Scorpio's not even out now. Like, this console war is just heating up. It says here, PC gamers are arrogant twits and like racist claims micro patches. Here's why. You know what I mean? Yeah, here's the thing. I'm not knocking those who like to play on, you know, PC, but I'm a console dude. I don't understand what is their thing between, you know, comparing personal computers to gaming rigs. Like, I don't get it, man. At the end of the day, I don't. But anyway, yeah, so let me go to the comment section. How you guys feel about that? Or some of you guys looking forward to getting the PS4 Pro? You know what I mean? And which like I said, I'm going to get. I'm going to get the Pro. At the end of the day, I'm going to get the Pro. But I just can't wait to get my hands on the Scorpio. Look at this guy in the comment. Bob is on the way to. That's when you know your console and shit is dog shit. Because here is Sony just announced the PS4 Pro, and already the pony is saying, "Wait till the PS5." This guy named Jump. What's his name? Jump Duke Jump. I'm sorry, my man. I had to put you on blast. That was funny, bro. You just got the PS4 Pro, the PS4 Slim. Now you talking about the PS5? It's funny. Oh, you said Joseph Stell, Scorpion and Pro have not big differences in the hardware. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, man. Sony won. Let's like some of the stuff you see in the comment section be too funny, man. You know, but shout out to everybody who's rocking out with me live right now, man. Then these even specs with Scorpio must be a true beast of a console. We got here. The Scorpio can't be much weaker than these specs, even with console optimization. The Scorpio must be a true beast of a console. Xbox Scorpio will be the console. Killer, including the PS4. Okay. Rocky Lee is so more than I guess HP North is a pony. Shout out to HP North. Sam Walton. I don't know why though. Rocky, what the hell are you guys talking about? Fill me in the conversation. What are you guys talking about in the conversation? Blaze, shout out to my man Blaze Infinity. PS4 is hard garbage. Xbox Scorpion games look better than PS4 Pro games, so keep an Xbox. Wesley Jackson put bang bang. Jump Duke Jump said, "You know it's true, my G. I'm getting the Scorpio." But bro, here's the thing, my man. First of all, shout out to you for joining the live stream, and not I'm not actually I'm because I like to have fun. We can all agree to disagree, as long as we're respectful. But check it out, right? The Scorpio is the PS4 Pro competition, not the PS5. So when Microsoft said, by the time actually Microsoft said they're already looking into for the successor to the Scorpio. But once Sony brings out the PS5, if there is a PS5, you don't think that with Microsoft, is not going to compete with the PS5. Like, you're crazy. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that doesn't make any sense. Hellspawn Reach was much respect to you. You're a cool person. Shout out. What's good, bro? He said Scorpio is a more powerful console. Yeah, at the end of the day, just deal with it. Yeah, I don't but people talking about the PS5. You just got the PS4 Pro. You're talking about the 5? Jesus. That's like, you guys must not be happy with the PS4 Pro. If you already talking about, the PS4 or 5, and you know what I mean? Like, Jesus Christ, you just got the Pro. But I think that, both, I mean, both consoles are going to have their pros and cons. I guess it depends on what you like. You know what I mean? Me personally, like I said, I like everything. I like the game on anything. But I'm an Xbox dude through and through. You know what I mean? But like I said, if you're going to be mad at anyone or whatever the case, it's been you guys, you Sony fans. And Sony has been talking this power. Now, Microsoft gave you the power. You know what I mean? You know, now you guys upscaling and, you know, doing these rendering techniques to try to achieve 4K. I mean, you just got to take that L. You know what I mean? But you guys, you know what? You know what the problem with Sony dudes is? Some Sony dudes is that they won't just take their L. They always trying to change the narrative. Now they trying to compare the PS5 to the Scorpio. Like you jokers just got the PS4 Pro. That's not even out yet. You're already talking about the PS5. That's like this. It's like this generation. When it came out that Sony, the PS4 Pro was more powerful than the Xbox One, you didn't hear any Xbox dudes saying, you know what, wait till the Xbox 2 comes out. It's going to destroy the PS4. No, what the heck? You know what I mean? Like, I don't get it, man. Now you guys are screaming about the PS4, the PS5. Like, that's crazy. And now my man said the King Nintendo is going to make. I listen, my man, Hink. I can't even pronounce your name. Hank Ebola. I doubt that Nintendo. Like, no, I take a PlayStation over Nintendo any damn day, any day of the week. You know what I mean? Mr. Sasquatch, so delusional. Somebody just texted me. We got a Bigfoot fan here. You know what I mean? But anyway, though, before I answer, you guys got anything to add to the conversation before I get up out of here, man? What do you feel about Microsoft taking digs at Sony and letting them know what it is? You know what I mean? About their console is going to, you know, destroy the PS4 Pro in terms of performance, in terms of visuals. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I can't wait. My man here put Brian recorded said the PS5 doesn't even exist. Friendly neighborhood blue shell. The interesting part of the discussion that the memory bandwidth that was stated by Microsoft 324 gigabytes also is above the same of a GTX 1080. Good point. Good point. I heard those numbers have went down some. The friendly neighborhood blue shell. I don't know if that was a misprint, but Microsoft did say at E3 that it did give those specs there of 320 gigabytes of memory bandwidth. I heard now it's like 300. I don't know if it's true. I seen Tim talking about it on Twitter. He said I don't know if it was a misprint or what, but those numbers there was the official specs given by Microsoft, and now it says a little lower. Like I said, we shall see though. You know, but I only said something about the PS5 because we're talking power, right? So yeah, the Pro was strong, but not next to the Scorpio. So, but again, that's like us. That's like you. Which is, first of all, shout out to you, Jump Duke. You said the PS5. Okay, if you get this PS5, but why would you try to compare the PS5 to the Scorpio? That's, you know, we're still in the same generation of the Xbox One and the PS4. These are just mid-cycle. I don't know why people shouldn't say that, you know, Microsoft moved the generation, which they didn't. Microsoft said it's a mid-cycle refresh, just like what Sony's doing. They just got the better hardware. But hey, my man, you should try. Like I said, we can have that conversation when the PS5 is out and the successor of the Scorpio. That will be the PS5's competition. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But why would you talk about though? Why would you bring the PS5 into the equation? And and something that doesn't even exist yet. We just talk about what's on the table right now. You know what I mean? But shout out to you, my man, Jump Dude. Shout out to you. You're a brave soul, man. I take it that you're a Sony dude, but it is what it is. Nathan Richards said the Scorpio is more powerful. Suck it up. He go with that PC. He said, my rig rips the Scorpio. My PC rips the Scorpio. Hey, David said, hey, next gen, how's your day going? Not so great, my man. Not so great. It is a new console, my man. It's just like the PS4 Pro is a new console. You know what I mean? But Microsoft said it's not a next generation, you know. All this know the future. LOL. All right. The Microsoft taking a shot at Sony because competition is good for us. Yes, competition is good for us. It makes it is heating up. It makes us interesting, man. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? End of the day, but I think some of this stuff be funny when I guess when the console can't stack up, and everybody, oh, you my PC. Well, why would you compare a personal computer to a console? What the hell is that? You know what I mean? Like I don't get it, my man. I think that's crazy. Bam Bam was good. 1986 was good, bro. PlayStation King was good, bro. I'm getting Pro and the Scorpio. No L for me. True that. Oh, it's my man Sal calling me right now, man. Sal. Hey, what's going on, Sal? Yeah, hold on. I'm live on the air, good brother. Give me like 2 seconds and I hit you right back. I'm about to get off right now. Yeah. Yeah, man. So yeah, anyway though, man. Yeah, I'm about to get that southbound call me right there, man. You know, southbound from the TXR podcast. So we're interested in some conversation you have for me. Your console's not coming out for another year. Should you guys really be bragging? Why not? Well, here's the thing. I don't understand this again. That it's okay for Sony fans to be excited for the PS Pro or to talk about the PS4 Pro, right? It's okay for Nintendo fans to be excited about the Nintendo NX that was coming out next year, but Xbox fans can't be excited and can't talk about the Scorpio. You know how crazy that shit sounds. Sony just announced their console 2 weeks ago. So before then, there was no stat proof, but even though I knew it was coming out this year, that the PS4 Pro was coming out this year for you guys. But it didn't stop you guys from talking about it. I don't understand, like, why can't you just take your L? Stop trying to change the narrative and move the goalposts. Like, stop it. That shit sound crazy to me, man. I mean, going back reading some of these comments, like, yo, I know you ain't say that, bro. Yeah, man, like that shit bananas, man. As hell, man. But anyway, man, this is your boy, Next Gen 720. Thank you guys for rocking out with us. And yeah, it is what it is, man. Scrubs, HoloLens and Scorpio. Brian James put HoloLens and Scorpio. Blazing Phoenix, Omegatron was good, yo. Scorpion is going to be a master. Sam Walton said, I'll be jumping on that Scorpio ship at the right price. I still have my PS4 Pro as well. The only reason I left Xbox in the first place was because of that red ring of death. What? Microsoft been fixed that shit, bro. Like, you bugging. I don't know about that, man. But Protos X, what's going on, man? You know what I mean? But anyway, yo, thank you guys for rocking out with me, man. The PS, I said the same that I'm not feeling that name, the PS4 Pro. I think it's, you know, I think that it's a trash name. Jimmy Centron put their hype up about that PS5. That shit doesn't exist. Yeah, that's crazy, right? The Sega Microsoft King of Fighters 13 first week 93K sold. Xbox 360, while King of Fighter 14 first week 65K worldwide for PS4. They should not have went PlayStation exclusive. I'm not, you know what? I've never played any of the King of Fighter games really. I don't, I really didn't. You know, I don't really. When I do my fighters, either Virtua Fighter, Soul Calibur, Tekken, Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, of course, and just. I've never really been to the King of Fighters or the Guilty Gears and stuff like that, or the Dragon Ball Z fighting games. I don't really care for those games, but man. But anyway, thank you for rocking out, man, with me. Thank you for rocking out.